Alright, in this video I want to show how to use the index and match functions in Excel. This is really helpful when, for example, you have a data set and then you have maybe particular ID numbers, for example, in this situation, that you want to pull out the data for those particular ID numbers. So this is made up data here where I have these IDs, and then the neighborhoods that the people are living in, their gender, their marriage status, and their income. So I could go through and just copy each of these datas. So I want number 4, number 5, number 8, but you can imagine if I had a much longer list that this would become more and more tedious to have to go through that manually. So what I could do is I could type in index, and we can see Excel is telling us what it's going to do. We'll open parentheses, and then first is the array. So right now I'm in the neighborhood column, so I'll highlight the neighborhood. The row is going to be, I'm going to write match, because the particular row that I want is based off of whatever this ID number is. So lookup value is I want to go ahead and look up that value 4, okay? And I'm going to drag this this function over to fill out the rest of the table, but I want that 4 to stay where it is in the G column. So to do that, I put a $sign in front of G, okay? And then the lookup array will be this ID number here. All right. And I also want that to stay put, so I'm going to put $signs in front of the A as well. So when I drag this formula over, where that is will stay put. And then the match type, it will be 0 for exact match. Okay, press enter. And I think I forgot to close the parentheses, so it's telling me you want to close it. I'll say yes. And we see for number 4, it's Brooklyn. Now what I meant when I'm going to drag the formula, so I'm going to get my cursor to look like that black cross, and then click and drag it over, and we can see it filled out the rest of the information that we need for that 4th observation. So you see C changed, but then everywhere I had a $sign, it locked in that column. Okay. I can now at this point just drag this down by again getting those little crosshairs and then left clicking and dragging it down, and we can see we've filled out the rest of this table. We can double check it. Oh yeah, so you can see that there's maybe a potential problem when Excel gives you this little triangle. So if I double click, we can see that when I dragged it down, the row got dragged down as well, which is not what I want it to happen. So I can fix that. Let me go up top here. And so what we see, this purple, I want the row to also stay where it is. So I'm going to lock that row by putting a $sign in front of the row number. And then I'm going to lock this row by putting a $sign in front of the row number. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, get my little crosshair, drag it this way, and then drag it down, and we can see that little warning message went away. Okay, I'll go ahead and format that as $, and bring it over. Okay, so now we can see that basically what I've done is I've identified where those observations are, and made a new table based off of just the ID numbers. Okay, so that's using match and index in Excel.